All right, hello everybody. This is Richard Morris again, live at Central Standard Time. Apologize for me being late. I got tied up with a phone call from Command Central down south, the Southern Command. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about what's going on in Iraq. Basically, looking at right now is my YouTube channel. Really would like to see another platform that I can use to go live on, because I can't stand YouTube, and but that's just the way it is. But let's go into I thought I had the oil prices pulled up. Let's go here. Let's go to oil price. What's going on in oil prices? Let me see if my audio is working. Working. Yes, it is. All right. Hope everybody's having a great Sunday morning. We're having a great day here. It's cloudy. Right here in Middle Tennessee. So let's talk about what's going on in the oil prices today. WTI crude is up 6%. Look at this. We're up to $29.43 on the oil. Now, I told you that the Mickeys, they want it higher. They cannot have it low. Let's do what the OPEC is doing. OPEC basket, they're still down 31%. Because they got nowhere to go with their oil. Everything's filled up right now. The oil tankers are full. Distribution channels are all full. They cannot export any oil. That's why they're down so much, 31%. And WTI crude, it is up 6.7% to $29.43. How about in about a month, they'll be sitting at $60. Everything will be okay then. They'll be right on track. Let's go with Bitcoin. Got to give an update on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is at right now $9,796 a coin. It's up 3.9%. And I'm sure that your savings account won't even do 3.9%. Bitcoin is the way to go. It's the way the ultra rich are moving to. The billionaire Trudeau says he's a Bitcoin buyer. Imagine that. It's better than sitting and looking at your foreign currency doing nothing but sitting there. All right. Get involved in Bitcoin. If you need any help, just give me a call. All right. Let's see what's going on in the world today. Okay, let's see. There was an article I want to talk about. I saw it. Hold on one second. They probably took it down. Hold on one second. I'm just trying to find this article. It was about the KRG. They must have took it down. I was quick. I just saw it 1 minute ago. But let's talk about oil. U.S. oil companies line up with Russia and Saudi Arabia, even though President Trump has sought to protect America's oil industry. The market is making sure that the pain of output cuts is being shared. American oil producers cut much more output than you think. The reaction to market forces has been bigger than official data suggests, and that means the U.S. is actually working alongside Saudi Arabia, Russia, and other big oil producers to help balance oil supply and demand. Even that wasn't quite what President Trump intended. They're just trying to make money. I mean, they're losing money, and they're trying to raise that oil price. So what can they do? They can create a conflict, start a war. All right. The topic today was talking about Iraq and talking about ways to protect yourself online and identity. One of the ways you can protect yourself on identity theft is to, make sure your software is always updated. Make sure you update your Windows if you're on a Windows program. Make sure you're updated on a Mac if you're on a Mac. Make sure all your software is updated. If you're using Adobe, make sure your Adobe stuff's updated. It's one of the ways you can protect yourself online. But also, you also can have an identity theft, Identity USA package from Identity USA. I am an associate with them, just being transparent. These are different packages that you can have: Identity Premier plus Identity USA, a basic package. But this is one of the ways you can protect yourself with an identity from identity theft, identity fraud. It's happening. Nigerian scammers, they are full force right now, stealing people's identities and their money. Let me show you something. This is I just published a YouTube video. Haven't uploaded yet to YouTube, but will. U.S. Secret Service massive fraud against state unemployment insurance claims. Now, if you go right here, it is assumed the fraud ring behind this possesses a substantial P2 database, and P2 is where they have all your personal information. That's what they call it. Right here. If you go United States on Thursday, says the ring has been filing unemployment claims in different states using social security numbers and other personally identifiable information. That's the P2 belonging to identity theft victims. So they already have your information, folks. So if you're in North Carolina, if you're listening to this video and you're in North Carolina, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Oklahoma, Wyoming, Florida, you need this. You need some protection, because they will steal your identity, steal your bank accounts, and make life miserable for you. It is assumed the fraud ring behind this possesses a substantial P2 database to submit the volume of applications observed thus far. The Secret Service. This ain't me talking about it. This is the Secret Service. The primary state targeted so far is Washington. But there is also evidence of attacks in North Carolina, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Oklahoma, Wyoming, and Florida. I'll leave the link to this article below. Look at this. It is unbelievable to see the huge number of bogus filings here and in such large amounts, Dodd said, noting that one fraudulent claim sent to a mule in Oklahoma was for more than $29,000. So they have people assisting these Nigerian scammers. They steal the money, have a bank account to deposit the funds in, right? They don't have the control of the bank funds. So they elicit somebody that's unknowingly or complicit in the scam and say, hey, we're getting ready to deposit $29,000. They say, hey, you keep $2,000 and give us $27,000, wire us back. So that's how the scam is perpetrated. So like I said, I'm just trying to warn people out. There's ways to protect you. If you're a veteran, you definitely need to have this program. So what's going on in Iraq? Let's see. I'll tell you what's going on in Iraq. Basically, you just got same old articles, but they just try to spin them differently. Powerful Iran-backed militias losing influence in Iraq. Let's look at that. When the money dries up, people start going away. A powerful Iran-backed militia losing influence in Iraq. I guarantee it's not the Hezbollah. Okay, the articles like this, from got to be careful who they're reporting. Foreignpolicy.com, it's a globalist paper. So, they're going to say 5 months into charismatic leader, Mohandas was killed by a U.S. drone. The Iran-backed group, Hezbollah influence on Iraq may be quietly eroding. I find that hard to believe. I don't believe it. It's one of these articles where they try to downplay certain groups. What do you think they did? Do you really think they packed up, the Hezbollah in Iraq just packed up and left Iraq, knowing they have Iranian agents in the Iraqi parliament? They have Iranian agents in the big banks there in Iraq, the banking industry and the transportation industry and the oil industry. Then they just walked away. No, they're still there, folks. It's just this is a plant article to make you feel good. There's always an agenda. Norway's top military official in Iraq says the virus helps ISIS. I thought the Iranian militias were there to fight ISIS, and now they're expanding because they're taking advantage of the ISIS pandemic in Iraq. See, this is a good article, like I was telling you about yesterday or a few days ago. We don't know about this Iraqi PM. He knows all the players. And what's suspect is he's supported by the United States. He's also supported by Iran. He's supported by a lot of people, but you don't know where he stands. And he knows all the players because he was the Iraqi intelligence. So he knows bogus picture here. He's wearing gloves, no mask. He's wearing no gloves and a mask. All for show. So he will at least stay in power. On Wednesday during plenary session, Kazemi pledged that he will provide solutions, not add to the crisis. Well, I haven't seen any solutions, have you? Got there's a lot of things going on in Iraq. I mean, a lot of things they just don't talk about, but there's a lot of underground stuff too. A lot of underground stuff as far as the economy, getting the economy moving. They're doing a lot of black stuff, and believe it or not, they're into crypto also over there in Iraq. They're not. They don't have a whole lot of faith in their government. I mean, would you, if you were living in Iraq, all the things that happened in the last 10 years? I don't think you'd have a whole lot of faith either. So we'll see what this guy does. He might last 6 months and be out of there. Who knows? All right, anybody got any questions about anything? This is a live YouTube presentation. So if you got any questions about anything, let me know. Good way to protect yourself online. Like I said, make sure your software is updated. Make sure you have a good antivirus software on your machine. And definitely check your bank accounts. Be checking your bank accounts regularly. Regularly check them, because identity theft is a plague. Anybody got any questions what I just talked about? I appreciate your time watching. There's 4 people here. And if you have any questions, just go ahead and sorry, I apologize me being late. Like I said, I was on a phone call. Let's see what else is going on in Iraq. Now you start seeing articles about the United States must be prosecuted for war crimes in Iraq. And I thought those were our allies. This is from the Australian people. They're talking about it. I thought they were our friends. Anybody got any questions? It's always about the energy. So let's look at this article. It's always about the oil and gas. This is the National AE article. IEA step up to support for Iraq's power and gas sector. The country's oil revenue could fall as much as 70% in 2020, which I've already been warning you about. OPEC's second largest oil producer as it faces possible delays in implementing critical projects due to the fall in oil prices. They can't have the oil price low. They got to get it up. They got to get it up no matter what. All right, it's 10:27, and just want to hammer it home one more time. This is the Identity USA package. If you're interested in having this, identity monitoring 24/7, identity protection, $1 million ID theft insurance. And what that is if you have any money stolen from you, you'll be able to recover it from the identity theft. AIG is the underwriter for this. Identity theft recovery. Legal Access Plus, that's a legal attorney there for any incident. It doesn't have to be about identity theft. It could be any legal issue that you have. You have 1 hour free attorney, 1 hour. And you can have multiple incidents, different incidents. You can call that attorney up, and for 1 hour, 60 minutes free. You have financial coaching. You need any problems with your finances, whatever. You got a problem, you got questions, they'll be able to help you out. Tax hotline. They have representatives for the any kind of IRS issues. You can be able to call them up and ask them. They're professionals. This company's been in business since the 1960s. You have Titan antivirus software. You need antivirus software if you have a Windows machine only. Dark web monitoring. They'll be able to monitor the dark web and keystroke encryption. Nobody else has this to protect you from the keyloggers. If you have a keylogger software on your machine or on your phone, you have no idea that's happening, you can have this program and protect your keystrokes on your phone and on your laptop. So the criminal doesn't see your password and doesn't see what you're doing. You type on a Word document, they're not seeing it. All right. That alone is valuable. That's how they're stealing your identity. They're watching what you type, keeping track of when you type in your password and your username, go to your bank, and they can see it. This is how they do it. So if you're interested in learning more about this, give me a call, 931-472-4200. I'm very transparent. I'm just letting you know. Identity USA. You can go to YouTube, watch the videos that I've been producing, and that'll be it. So appreciate your time, and you have a good day.